Okay, we have Becky Noble from PolitiChicks.com, and what would CPAC be if less PolitiChicks were here?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
There wasn't a question, it was a statement saying, what would CPAC be without the PolitiChicks?
Nowhere, absolutely nowhere. Yeah, I'm here covering for PolitiChicks.com, and I've been pretty busy. And
what have you seen at this CPAC? Now, you've been at plenty of CPACs, and other than less parties than, as we were just discussing, of course, I'm not a party guy, so I don't even notice. I'm sorry about that. But what have you seen in terms of the vibe of the people, the attitude of the people, versus, for example, last year where people were a little uncertain about President Trump?
I wasn't here last year, but I can tell you what the biggest thing that stands out to me this year is the amazing amount of young people that are here. And the liberal media wants so much to push the narrative that anybody under 30, and I wrote about this just recently on PolitiChicks, that anybody under 30 is a liberal, is a diehard liberal. And obviously nothing could be further from the truth.
Now, did you hear the president's speech?
I did. It was awesome.
What did you think?
I thought it was great.
What stood out to you?
Oh gosh, not so much political things, because I think, in a group like this, he's kind of preaching to the choir. But the down to earth and the whole thing with covering his bald spot, I mean, those are the things. Even though you're talking about a guy who's a billionaire, things like that are what resonate with just average people. That he has a way of relating to average people that all those other guys didn't, obviously.
Now, were you in the media section during the speech?
I was.
Now, did you notice the reactions of other media there? I mean, my sons were, and you could tell mainstream media versus. If you wanted to tell the difference between bloggers and mainstream media, you could watch the reactions to that speech.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think kind of being up on that, literally a pedestal up there for them, kind of isolates them. But I think when people start picking on the media, that they kind of stiffen up and cringe, and you can kind of see it in the body language. I think
it's one of the disadvantages of the new CPAC setup is that, as we're not separated as bloggers, so we don't get as much we're mixed in with the media, but we don't get as much access, and people don't trust us because they say media, the enemy. They'll take out that cross. It's one of the reasons why I wear my.
They have to get up closer to see who you are.
That's one of the reasons why
you're not ABC, NBC.
Yeah, I wear my American flag tie, and I have my rosary, so that helps a lot in making the arguments over here. Now, I am going to ask you the questions I've asked everybody else.
Okay.
Trump year one, thumbs up, thumbs down, the thing you like the best, the thing you like the least.
Definitely a thumbs up. I've been, I was like a lot of people. I was originally a Ted Cruz girl.
Me too, except for I wasn't a girl.
So I was being cautiously optimistic, and I think he has gotten so many converts, just not with the tax cuts, but the way he's been dealing with North Korea and the Middle East, and we had 8 years of Barack Obama drawing lines in the sand that didn't mean anything. And now if there's a line drawn in the sand, it's going to mean something.
All right. 2018. Oh, you didn't say the thing you like the least.
Sometimes the tweets bother me a little bit, but
if I sold a copy of my book for every person I interview who sold that, I'd be taking none home.
But there's more of them to like than to not like.
All right. 2018 GOP 1 vote margin in the Senate. 25 vote margin in the House.
Right.
Do they hold it, and what does Donald Trump do to make them hold it?
I think as more and more people not only vote their pocketbooks, but they vote for tangible things that they can see, hear, smell, taste. And when you have more money in your pocket because your paycheck is bigger, you can literally hold that in your hand. And I think that's going to resonate a lot.
And is there something Trump should do specifically to push him over the line?
I would say probably just a lot of what he did yesterday to try to urge people to get out more to elect Republicans. I know in Missouri that we are desperately trying to get rid of Claire McCaskill.
I actually think McCaskill is one of the cleverest women out there, and
she's trying to portray herself as a centrist, and she's not.
No, she's not. But she is high on low cunning, in my opinion. I mean, I think she's a very dangerous opponent. If she had been running in 2016, I think she would have beat him.
Right.
Because she's much more clever than Hillary Clinton.
Right. So yeah, I think
interviewed the head of your. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
That's okay. So yeah, I think if he just keeps doing that, encouraging people to get out there and do the work and knock on the doors and get on the phone banks and things like that to elect more Republicans, I think that will go a long way.
Okay, now I've asked people about the DACA deal. Of course, the president said we're definitely getting the wall. We might not get DACA. Does the president even need to make a DACA deal? And if he chooses to make one, DACA for the wall, do you make the deal?
I think that you could make a deal that is, how can I put this? Not as harmful maybe as it could be in order to get the wall. I think the wall has got to be priority number one.
All right, and where can people find the PolitiChicks?
PolitiChicks.com, and just type my name in the search box, Becky Noble, and all my stuff is there. And I also have my own personal blog, conservativecauldron.blogspot.com.
Becky Noble, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.